Hi, my name is Gela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the case that is backfiring of the state. Okay, let's break it down carefully. Okay, listen carefully now, guys, because what's happening in that courtroom right now? It's not good at all. It is something that one can be like, oh, wow. Oh, wow, really? Because what's happening in there is not normal trial procedure. Never. Can't be. There is no way. It's something far more dangerous. Um, a case being built in real time. I think I've done a video about that and I said a lot of things, but now I'm coming back again because, wow. Sorry, every day you get shocked in Senzume, you are made a trial every day. Okay? This could collapse the entire prosecution. Let's break it down. In any criminal trial, the rules are simple, very simple. You investigate first, you prepare your case, you prepare your evidence, you come to court. The police officers investigate, they bring you the docket, you check it out, you triple check, you do whatever that you need to do, you do your indictment, and then people get arrested, then you go to court. Because you double checked everything, your evidence. If everything checks out, that's what you do. Okay? What you don't do is you don't discover your case during trial. You don't do that. You don't fix problems during cross-examination. You don't do that. You don't introduce new angles every single day. You can't do that. But that's exactly what we are seeing in the Senzume Iwameda trial every day. Year in, year out, recess after recess. That's what we see. Now, suddenly, out of nowhere, new affidavits appear from 2024, new interpretations of bank statements, new theories that were never part of the original case. And you have to ask, Haibo, you are sitting there, you are listening, and you're like, Haibo, manje yini le yenzeka la? Hey, you are like, okay, let me listen. Then you end up asking yourself, okay, if this case was watertight, as Abo Begicele said, Nabo Kherinel, and all the officials that were there with media briefing or 2020 or 27 October 2020, what the hell is this? You end up like, what the hell is this, Kengoku? Hi, man, this does not make sense. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm overreacting. Boom, Uba surprise, and you're like, didn't they say this is a strong case? From the beginning, they say this is watertight, strong case, more arrests are going to happen. Now you are like, why is this still being built? Why we are watching now? We are watching and they are busy building the case. Hi, and then all you see after that is red flags, red quilts, red curtains, red towels, red everything. Because this does not look like prosecution anymore. All it looks like is plugging holes, fixing contradictions, reacting to what the defense exposes. Go and investigate what the defense exposes. Aibo Wenja. But that's not how justice works. That is not how courtrooms are supposed to be. But that's how cases fall apart, okay? I'm irritated, but at the same time, I do understand that that is how cases fall apart. Now, when you look at law versus what we are seeing in that courtroom of Judge Rata, yes, the state can introduce new evidence, but only if it's relevant, it's fair, it doesn't ambush the accused. Now ask yourself, is it fair to bring new evidence mid-trial? After hearing the defense strategy? Or is that reconstruction disguised as prosecution? What's going on here? You end up being like, hi man. Now watch this carefully. Instead of dealing with the core issue, the murder, the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. We get, did you increase your bank limit? What were you doing at home? Explain your cultural ceremony. Hey, can't you see Piapa? And the question is simple. What does it have to do with Senzo Meyiwa's death? How does all of that correlate with Senzo Meyiwa's murder? Nothing, Gesan. If I must tell you, it has nothing to do. Absolutely nix. Ayikho into esihlanganisayo. Ayikho. This is not about crime anymore, Mos. This is about destroying credibility at all costs. Doesn't matter what it's going to cost. Now, because if the state can't prove case directly, they switch strategy, attack the accused's memory, create confusion, force contradictions, and you are like, so that even if they can't prove guilt, these people, guys, so that they can make the accused look unreliable. That's Baloyi's strategy right now. But here's the danger. If you overdo this, the court starts seeing fishing expedition, desperation, a case with no solid foundation. And suddenly, the state doesn't look strong anymore. It looks like it's struggling to survive. And that is exactly what is happening. Now, this is where it gets dangerous for the state, because the defense can simply say, I will not respond to these documents, bring the original bank records, call the actual bank official, full stop. Because in law, documents must be proven, evidence must be authenticated. Speculation is not evidence. It can't be. Now, there was a lot of things that were happening there. Oh, my word. For a watertight case, guys, we end up to where we are. Everything that is happening. Now, there was also the signature situation. And then comes the killer moment. Is this your signature? If the accused says it looks like mine, that's not confirmation. That's doubt. And in criminal law, doubt is danger for the state. Okay? So Ntanzi, I was happy when he did not give a definite answer because he's not sure. He's asking, why does it look like mine? Now, step back and look at everything. New evidence appearing mid-trial. Irrelevant questions dominating cross-examination, key evidence being avoided, pressure tactics increasing. This doesn't look like control. This looks like a case rebuilding under pressure. That's what Baloyi is doing. And if the defense learns this properly, their argument becomes clear. The state had years to prepare this case, but instead of preparing a complete case, they are reconstructing it during the trial. And in criminal law, that is not proof beyond reasonable doubt. It can't be. So the real question is this a calculated strategy, or is this the moment the case started slipping away? Because one thing is clear, the courtroom is no longer just about evidence. It's about who controls the narrative. And right now, the control is being challenged by Bongani Ntatsi from Baloyi's side. So what are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I'll see you on our next video. Do you think Baloyi is busy building a case while he is busy with the accused, or what's going on? Bye-bye.